Okay, so what's up? I want to talk about this tweet that Donald Trump put out um, about these Congresswomen telling them they need to go back and fix their own countries uh, before they come over here criticizing America. Now, this is what I'm going to say about this. First of all, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. My agenda is black people, and I'm independent. So I don't have a right or left agenda. But Trump was absolutely correct. He was absolutely correct here. And, I don't give a damn about Trump, but he was absolutely correct. The reason I say this is because nowadays, black immigrants and black immigration is not what it used to be. Black immigrants used to come to America and support blacks that were already here and help push our agenda to try to free all of us. Now black immigrants come to America with their own agenda. They want to just deal with themselves and free themselves and keep foundational black Americans on the bottom and keep us enslaved. So basically what's going on is, we have immigrants over here trying to undermine us and compete with us for resources. But that's not the issue. That's not what really ticked me off about this. What really pissed me off is the fact that all of a sudden everybody is so up in arms talking about racism. So now everybody has a problem with racism. We condone slavery. We condone Jim Crow. We condone race soldiers and cops murdering unarmed black men every day. We turn a blind eye to that. But now all of a sudden, out the blue, this country cares so much about racism. Where y'all been for the last 500 years then? Where have y'all been? Because I've been looking for you, haven't found you, haven't seen you anywhere. There's been racism left and right against black people, and they target black men. Because once you take men out of a community, you can easily conquer the women and children. That's their strategy. And unfortunately, a lot of our black women have fallen for that, but that's another topic. But Trump makes a remark to 3 immigrants, and one of those congresswomen actually is an American, was born here in America. But the other 3 immigrated from somewhere else. And the reason I say he's correct is because these immigrants always come over to the United States and try to talk down to black people and criticize us, saying that we need to work harder and this and that and pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and all of that. And my response to that is, well, have you done that in your own native country? Why did you come here then? If you're so much smarter, you're so much of a hard worker and so much greater than us, why haven't you built your own country? The thing is they come over here because white supremacists put them in a position to be over blacks and to talk down to us. Make no mistake about it, immigrants, any black immigrants out there, everything you have is because white supremacists allow you to have it. Don't get it confused thinking that you came over here and you're so great and so smart and such a hard worker. No. White supremacy allows you to have what you have when you come over here. Why do you think you had nothing in your home country? It was the same situation. We're all under the same thumb of white supremacy, and you all come over here trying to criticize us. And in your native countries, white supremacy has more of a stronghold on you there than they have on us here. So you have a lot of explaining to do and a lot of questions to answer as well before you come over here and only been over here for a few years and want to criticize people that fought and bled and sacrificed for you to have an opportunity to get over here, because you wouldn't even be able to get here if it wasn't for us. We're the ones who fought those fights. Why do you think you can even come over here in the first place? You all come over here after the fight has already been fought, after the battle was already fought, and act like y'all done something. No, we fought the battles that you all are benefiting from. So you need to fall back. He was telling you that, hey, you're hypocrites. And basically, it is very hypocritical hypocritical. Donald Trump is a hypocrite too, and Republicans, and they're the biggest hypocrites in the world. Don't get me wrong, but you're hypocrites too. You know, you have the audacity and the nerve to come over here and talk down to black people and disrespect us. You need to be thanking us for embracing you and giving you an opportunity to come over here and have these benefits and have a chance to serve in Congress and rise to these high positions and stuff. Black people fought for that. If it wasn't for black people, you wouldn't be in Congress. You wouldn't have these positions that you have. Somebody had to sacrifice for it. Don't you understand that? These things didn't just arbitrarily come. Somebody had to make it happen. And guess who that was? So start showing some more respect for foundational black Americans. I can't stand when immigrants come over here and disrespect us like that. And a lot of people talk about, well, what about Shirley Chisholm and Marcus Garvey? You know, they were immigrants and they stood up for the black struggle. You know, and it's funny how people always go back 50 years or more. You know, they can't name anyone recently, because things were different then. Like I said, in those days, black immigrants had a better understanding, and they had a black consciousness, a black collective consciousness that immigrants don't have now. You know, they come over here and they practice individualism the same, which is exactly what white supremacists has taught them. They do what white supremacists teach them to do. They don't come over here and try to join with us. If immigrants join with us, we will be very powerful. Economically, we would have wealth. We will be powerful if black immigrants would join with us, and we would all pool our resources and combine them together. But they don't do that. They suck resources out of our community. They're not giving to us, they're taking from us. So, you know, this whole fake outrage over racism and all of this, it's all fake. It's all fake grandstanding on the Democratic Party's part. And they're just trying to do this to gin up the black vote. And they use these dumb tactics thinking black folks are going to fall for it. And it's really an insult to our intelligence. And it's disrespectful to us as voters and as citizens that they pour this crap like we're some 10-year-olds that they can't see what's going on. I mean, you know, you got to do better than that. You know, how many times you think people are going to get burned before they realize something is hot? So, you know, stop the nonsense. You know, if you really want to fight racism, why don't you pay us our reparations? You know, you care so much about racism. I've heard CNN, MSNBC, all these people tweeting, and all these liberals and Democrats and stuff hollering about how racist Trump is. Well, let me put something to you. If you really care about racism that much, and you really hate the way people are being treated by racists, then why don't you give black people what they owe? Since you care so much about racism, and racism is such a big concern to you, why don't you make it so that if a cop shoots an unarmed person that doesn't pose a threat, they get 25 to life, no questions asked, and actually enforce that law? Since you care so much about racism, I just want to see how much you care about racism, since you have so much to say and you have so much rhetoric. I want to see if you're going to put your money where your mouth is. That's what black people need to realize. This is all just some game that they play. They come out acting like they're so upset. But where were these people when black men were getting gunned down by the police, and still are, you know, every week? You know, the year 2016, when we were getting gunned down by police and it was getting caught on camera pretty much every week, when we had Alton Sterling and Keith Lamont Scott and Eric Gardner and Tamir Rice and all of those black men that got killed that year. Where were all these people at? I just want to know. They were like missing in action. Where was Obama? Obama was like hiding under a rock. You had to put an APB out on to get him to even come out and make a statement. So these people always missing in action when we see real racism. But a tweet, we gotta have, there's so much outrage over a tweet. But a gunshot, somebody shooting somebody, murdering them, and then walking free without even a damn trial, that's not racism. We shouldn't say anything about that. That's not racism. But a tweet is racism. Come on, get out of here. You all are really sad and pathetic. And black people should not support the Democratic Party because they don't support you. And that's all I have to say in this video.